What's going on, guys? It's your boy Killer back here coming at you with another video. It is NFL Week 4, my predictions. And as always, I do picks that I'm supposed to. I'm over here repping the National Championship North Carolina Tar Heel shirt. But anyway, when I look at the dynamic of this week, it's pretty interesting. The dynamic is gonna be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it, this week. And I'm already 1-0 this week because earlier earlier this week I picked the Rams to win 35-20. They ended up winning 38-31 over the Minnesota Vikings last night. They are now 4-0. Minnesota is 1-2-1. So that is pretty interesting. So I'm 1-0 so far. I was 10-6 last week. I'm 33. Let me see my record for this week or this season. Yeah, I'm 33-13-2 on the season, so I'm doing pretty good. With that said, let's get into my NFL Week 4 picks. The way I schedule my picks is, I put them, I say who I think is going to win, and I tell you why. And if you agree or disagree, let me know. And as always, the videos are sponsored in part by Burger King. Have it your way. Your boy is whipping up there. Struggle, but I'm getting it. Anyway, the first game I'm going to talk about is 1 p.m. on Fox Sunday. It is the New York Jets, who are 1-2, taking on the 2-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville, great football team. They lost 9-6 to Tennessee this past week, and with that loss, it really hurt them bad. Jacksonville was hurt, depleted, did everything in that game that they were not supposed to do, and they ended up turning around and messing themselves up. That being said, Jacksonville will recover, will bounce back from this game, and will go to 3-1. The New York Jets will drop to 1-3. Hell, they're the Jets. They haven't done shit since week 1. Granted, they've had some close games, but they lost to the damn Browns last week. The Browns. Give me Jacksonville to win. Jacksonville will win this football game. I forgot what the score was I put on Facebook, but I'll put my scores down in the description box as well. But yeah. Next game on Fox, 1 p.m. The 2-1 Philadelphia Eagles go on the road to take on the 2-1 Tennessee Titans. Oh boy. Tennessee has looked good last week. Philadelphia almost lost to almost lost to Indianapolis last week. If Carson Wentz hadn't have been there, I truly believe Philadelphia would have lost this football game. Luckily for them, they won it. Everything ended up turning out to be good for them. So that's good in the long run. Philadelphia, I do think, will bounce back from this. Will get a win. They will go to 3-1 on the season, and I do think Tennessee will drop to 2-2. Tennessee is a very you don't really know what you're gonna get from them because if Mariota's playing healthy, then they're on the money. And with the receiving core they got out in Tennessee, when they play healthy, they're a good football team. When they don't play healthy, they're in a world of trouble. So that being said, I do think that they will win this ball game. Give me Philadelphia to win. This right here was the game that was the hardest for me to pick out of any this week. The 1 o'clock p.m. game on Fox, the 2-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers go on the road to take on the 2-1 Chicago Bears. Now, I think a reason why I picked the Bucks to win this game is because I'm a Packer fan and I don't want to see the Bears win this. But the Bucks were down 17 to the Steelers on Monday night and nearly came back and beat them. They nearly came back and won. They lost that game, of course, 30-27. They were down 30-10. They were down by 20, came back by 17 and got it to within 3. But the Bears, Ever since that week one collapse against Green Bay, which they could be 3-0 right now, they looked good. They looked good in week two against Seattle. And they kind of underestimated the Cardinals last week and looked so against the Cardinals last week. You don't really know which Mitch Trubisky you're going to get in this game as well. And I really do think Fitzmagic is going to last a little bit longer. Give me the Bucks to start the season off 3-1. Chicago will be all right though. If they go to 2-2, they will be okay. Chicago might end up being a wild card team this year. I don't really see them winning the division though with Minnesota and Green Bay, hell, even Detroit. But who knows the way that that's going to go. Speaking of Detroit, I've got them going into Big D, Dallas, and beating the 1-2 Cowboys. Both of these teams are 1-2. Detroit opened up a lot of people's eyes last week. I knew Detroit was a good football team despite getting, blown out by the New York Jets and getting beat. Also, despite them getting beat by the 49ers. This was a good football team, and they showed it last week. Dallas, on the other hand, had a bit of a choker against the Seahawks. They suck ass. They suck balls. They suck all kinds of level of suckery. It wasn't too long ago everybody was calling Dak Prescott elite. Saying Dak Prescott was the best guy in the whole world. Dak was this, Dak was that. Now all of a sudden Dak Prescott sucks booty hole. Dak Prescott. Ezekiel Elliott. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Give me Detroit to win this game. Detroit will go to 2-2. The 0-3 Houston Texans go on the road to take on the 1-2 Indianapolis Colts. Now, it's very easy to pick Indianapolis in this game, and it very well is. But I'm against the norm. I'm against the norm that wants to pick, you know, who we think is going to win. Even though a lot of people would say, "Oh, why would you pick an 0-3 team when they haven't won a game?" Houston has been competitive in all three games they have played this year against New England, against the Titans, and against the Giants. This Colts team looked damn impressive last week against the Eagles. But that's just it. I see the Texans winning this game, getting their first win of the season, and kind of rebounding. This was a team that I thought might have been potentially a wild card team. If they lose this week, then I think they're in trouble. But I think they'll be all right. I do truly believe that they will be all right. Give me the Texans to win this game on the road. Ooh. The 1-2 Buffalo Bills at the 1-1 Green Bay Packers. Now, last week, I predicted a 31-17 final score for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers lost 31-17. So I got the score right. Just the team wrong. I didn't know Alex Smith was going to do us. Now, if the Buffalo team from last week shows up this week, we'll be in a world of trouble. It's very hard to go into Lambeau and win a game. Just like it's very hard to go into Minnesota and win a game. But Buffalo did that last week. They got their first win of the season. I doubt they beat two NFC North teams in back-to-back weeks. But you just never know what they are going to do. You just never know if they're going to win, if they're going to lose, if they're going to do whatever they decide to do. Who knows? Give me Green Bay to win this game and go to 2-1. 1 o'clock game on CBS. I know I'm going to piss a lot of fans off. You got the 3-0 Miami Dolphins going into Foxborough to take on the 1-2 New England Patriots. Now, I have seen kind of a lot of people pick the Miami Dolphins to win this game and go to 4-0. That is what my heart is telling me. But it's Tom Brady and the New England Patriots that they're playing in Foxborough. If this game was in Miami, maybe. But this game is in Foxborough, man. I don't want to pick them. I don't want to be that guy. But I'm picking with my head, not my heart. I'm picking the New England Patriots to win this football game over the Miami Dolphins. And to go to 2-2. The last of the 1 o'clock games. The 2-1 Cincinnati Bengals going on the road to take on the 1-2 Atlanta Falcons. Now, Atlanta lost a heartbreaker last week. Matt Ryan threw 4 touchdowns. And they lost. Threw over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, and they lost to the Saints in overtime. Second consecutive week that the Saints have been in an overtime game. A team that could very well be 3-0, but they're not. Give me the Atlanta Falcons to beat the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. The Cincinnati's looked impressive, I know that they had that loss last week to the Panthers, but they look good. Give me Atlanta. Ooh, we got 2 4 or 5 games on Fox, which is pretty interesting because you don't really see, AFC teams competing on Fox against one another. You've got the 1-1 Cleveland Browns going into Oakland Alamanchi Coliseum and taking on the 0-3 Oakland Raiders. And when I found out John Gruden was going to be the head coach of the Raiders, did I think he was going to start out 0-3? Absolutely not. But here they stand 0-3 with a very high possibility of winning their first game this week. If only they had a pass rush that would help them. Oh, wait, they did. But his name is Khalil Mack, and he's in Chicago. I guess he wasn't a Gruden grinder. But with that being said, I'm picking Cleveland. They've been on a good momentum. I'm picking Cleveland to win this game. Also, excuse me for the little nose, whatever. I'm a little congested. But yeah, I'm picking Cleveland to win this game. Cleveland will have a winning record after 4 weeks. They will be 2-1-1. I'm picking Cleveland, meaning the Raiders will be 0-4. Ooh, John Gruden shouldn't have got rid of Khalil Mack. Maybe you'd be 3-0. But the Raiders have been competitive in every single game they've played. I know I'm bashing on them. I'm doing whatever it is. But they have been so good in every game that they have played this year that it's hard for me to pick against them. Week one. I did not pick Oakland. I picked LA. Week 2, I picked Denver. Week 3, I picked Miami. I have not picked Oakland at all to win a game this season. I have not. And Oakland has not disappointed me. I have not picked them all year. And they have lost. So maybe if I pick them, they'll win. But not this week. They won't win this week. They'll lose. Next game on Fox. A 4:05 game on Fox between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams that not too long ago were perennial powerhouses in the NFC. I can remember 3 years ago the Cards being 13-3, the 2 seed in the NFC, and the Seahawks being a wild card. Seattle's going to win this game. They're going to be 1-2. Cardinals have a great chance of going 0-16. I know Josh Rosen is getting a start this week over Suck Bradford, but it's not going to do nothing. It's not. Seattle's going to win this game. They're going to go to 2-2. But the Rams are going to be the team that wins this division. The Rams, right now, you should just go ahead and give the Rams the division. You should already go ahead and have them clinch the division. They're 4-0. The Seahawks are 1-2. 49ers are 1-2. Cards are 0-3. Jimmy G's out for the rest of the season. The Cardinals suck all kinds of ass. And the Seahawks cannot find their mojo. So, yeah. You might as well go ahead and give the Rams this division. They'll have the division locked up by week 9 or week 10. Maybe week 8. And I mean that in the most literal sense. The Rams might be the team to beat this year. They're the first 4-0 team. They're doing pretty good for themselves. And Sean McVay is just really good. Oh, New Orleans at the Giants. Oh man, it trips me out when I see people saying that Eli is more clutch than Drew Brees. It trips me out when I see people say that the Giants are going to win this game against New Orleans. Are you mad or whatever you're smoking? Give me some of that because New Orleans is going to beat the Giants this week. Do I think it'll be a competitive game? Yes, but I don't see the Giants winning this game. And if they do, I will eat my words and I will come on here and admit I was wrong. But New Orleans is just too good of a team to have a team like the Giants beat them. This is a team that went 2-14 last year. 2-14. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. 3-13 last year. There's a difference. I apologize. They went 3-13. Sorry, Giants fans. I messed y'all up with one win last year. Y'all still went 3-13. Y'all sucked all kinds of butt. Who the hell is y'all's coach anyway? It's not. I thought it was McAdoo. Oh wait, that was 2 years ago. Who the hell cares? Y'all should have held on to Coughlin. Get that shit out of here. That's a 4:25 game on CBS, a game I will probably end up seeing just because of where I'm at. Another game, 4:25 on CBS. You have the 1-2 San Francisco 49ers at the 1-2 Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are winning this game. Jimmy G's out. 49ers are going to go, from backup quarterback to backup to backup. They'll probably end up 2-14 or 3-13 this year. It's sad because Jimmy G had so much potential for them, and I wasn't necessarily thinking a wild card team, but I was thinking maybe 6-10 or 7-9. Now it's not even going to be that. Give me the Chargers to win this. This game right here was very hard for me to pick. Sunday Night Football, the 2-1 Baltimore Ravens going to Heinz Field to take on the 1-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh showed me a lot last week in that game against Tampa Bay. They also showed me how much they could choke and how much they're missing Le'Veon Bell. That being said, don't ask me why I'm picking them, but I'm picking them. I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game at Heinz Field. I know last year they had a very good game, a 39-38 win over Baltimore, I believe it was, in Heinz Field. That game might have been in Baltimore, though, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that one out here real quick, see if it was in Baltimore. No, that game was in Pittsburgh last year, and it was a 39-38 win. So, yeah, I was correct. Game looked very, very good last week. They look good. And I truly believe Pittsburgh will bounce back and will